How to be a real gentleman. Not only on the surface, but from the very inside out. Now, do you want to know valuable tips and tricks to act like a gentleman? Or do you want more, not just to experience the benefits from being a gentleman at the surface, but also from the very inside out? Do you also want to know the ultimate test to see if you are a gentleman? Well, this video is for you if you are ready to discover how to experience the benefits of being a gentleman naturally from the very inside out, and how to pass the ultimate test and what the ultimate reward will be. First, I will give you the practical tips and tricks. And for those who want to be more than a mask of tricks, you will get clarity in direction how to become a gentleman from the very inside out, without having to hold on to any tricks with the constant fear to get unmasked anytime. Welcome, I am Tom Nuyens and I designed this channel, Alive Academy, to give you clarity in direction how you can experience your life to the fullest from any blockage or lack you may be facing, and a life towards the liberated and the abundant flow that you are born for. And this video is my response to a subscriber who asked me to make a video about this subject. First, let's address the surface of a gentleman before we dive into unleashing your core of a gentleman. It means a man will devote his life to a superior standard of conduct, and things such as being polite, calm, and considerate are part of the cornerstone for defining what it means to be a gentleman. Now, the most common perception for a gentleman is a man who ensures that he is attentive towards women. But a true gentleman is attentive to other men as well. Obviously, we can learn to look like a gentleman and you can learn to act like a gentleman. Now, the basic rules of engagement in terms of communication is to say please for anything you ask, because it shows you are respectful of the other person, no matter who you are communicating with. Now, a gentleman always says thank you, independent of what he receives, whether he likes it or not. He never says, oh, you shouldn't have done it, or I don't like it, because that blocks the flow of the other person. And a true gentleman wants to bring out the best flow in the other. A true gentleman is kind, even to the unkind. And it does not mean he approves everything, but he will draw his boundary with kindness. A gentleman respects everyone and is even respectful to the unrespectful. Because a true gentleman understands when someone is unkind or unrespectful, it has to do with a lot of unsolved pain which is being projected towards him. And he understands the unkind or the disrespectful wants connection and love, but doesn't know how to find it within nor without, because he or she is blinded by his or her own unsolved pain. And therefore, especially, a true gentleman understands that the unkind and the unrespectful need kindness and respect even more, as an example and inspiration to liberate and develop themselves too in that manner. A true gentleman doesn't use profanity, it doesn't curse or spread negativity, darkness, or a bad temper. A true gentleman understands that his contribution of light helps changing the world into light instead. A true gentleman doesn't talk down to anybody to lift himself up, not even to the people who talk down to him, because he has found fulfillment independent of bringing other people down to feel good. He understands that people who talk down to others only have unsolved issues of unworthiness that is still covering their true independent feeling of self-worth and has nothing to do with the other. A true gentleman isn't an energy vampire who always wants to get, but someone who radiates and gives from deep within his own liberated passion, where others can benefit from. A true gentleman doesn't say sexist, homophobic, rude or hateful things towards anybody or towards any group. Because a true gentleman understands that we only judge, condemn and criticize others if we are feeling unworthy within ourselves and try to compensate this by bringing other people down. A true gentleman knows that after minor changes upon changes, we are more or less the same. A true gentleman sees the heart in the diamond past any covering darkness or behavior. A gentleman is grateful to see the beauty in someone's heart, even if they don't see it for themselves yet. A true gentleman truly listens and is interested in what the other has to say, instead of thinking of an answer while the other is still speaking. He waits his turn to speak and he doesn't interrupt others while they are speaking. And he also knows when to shut up. A gentleman is someone who loves and respects life and himself as the fundamental base to be able to love and respect another. And he takes care of his body, of his clothes, of his health, not as an egoic mask or only for himself, but as a gift or respect to others. If you are a man watching this, your true core encapsulates being a true gentleman naturally. The only thing that could stand in between trying to use the mentioned characteristics and behavior of who you truly are in the core as a mask and actually breathing them out naturally are the unsolved layers of fear, pain, restlessness, unsolved feelings of unworthiness that cover up your intended purpose. Now, do you know why that is? Once you have flushed out all your feelings of fear, of pain, of unworthiness, of distracting addictions and consequential diseases, the only thing left to be experienced and to be radiated is the independent feeling of fulfillment and connection with your own core. You cannot fake that. And from that independent fulfilled feeling and connection, you don't need any egoic mask of pretending anymore. And from that cleansed negativity, you only want to be kind and respectful, even to the unkind and even to the unrespectful, because those feelings are natural, a natural consequence of your independent bliss. Now, do you want to know the ultimate gentleman's test and reward? Well, a partner is designed to find and push your buttons to test you, to see if you still have unsolved fear, unworthiness, or pain. Now, if you stay steady, unshakable, loving, independent of the ultimate test of irrationality, bad temper, hurting you, etc., you have passed the ultimate test of being a gentleman from the very inside out. And you will be rewarded with her complete surrender after knowing she's safe with you. If you haven't a partner yet, you will become a magnet for love and connection, once the only thing left you radiate is independent fulfillment. Because who wouldn't want to be around you when you are in that state? Now, I made 4 free additional videos with a practical PDF checklist about breaking free from any unsolved fears, from pain, from unworthiness or negativity, which will make you a magnet and will make you pass the gentleman's test with glance and will let you be rewarded with her complete surrender and knowing she's safe with a rock of independent fulfillment like you. Now, click here if you haven't yet so I can send the videos to you. Now, feel free to like and share this video if you want to help unleashing all the other gentlemen they all are born to become as well. Enjoy breaking free to the rewards of being the gentleman you already are from the very inside out.